Hello DC Universe and welcome to the city of Margate. Today I'm going to show you where the DC Universe has expanded to in our small city. And welcome to our adventure.
Take some pictures if you want.
Yeah. Welcome to Margate, Florida. We're celebrating the DC Universe and we are here at Way Back When with Joey.
Joey, it's me.
Joey!
You get excited.
Yeah. And we're looking through all the DC stuff that he has here at the store.
Good afternoon, Way Back When, can I help you?
Say hi, Joey.
What's up, guys? What's up, what's up, what's up? Let's get excited over here. I know Mike for a long time. He's a little shy on camera. Let's do this.
Yeah. So, Joey, you want to talk about some of the stuff you have?
Yeah, man. Here at Way Back When, we're located in Margate, 6217 Margate Boulevard, and we're a collectible antique oddity store. So that means I buy everything and I sell everything. So it comes from comic books to toys to vintage to antiques to collectibles. Now, some of the stuff you see here right now is some of the DC Universe that we do carry. We're talking about from 1930s to the present right now. So a lot of people are collecting vintage toys, a lot of people are collecting vintage cameras, a lot of comic books as well as statues, Aurora models. So it depends on what you're looking for, and we have it here Way Back When. So here's some of the selection that we have. 1960s Auroras to 1970s, and you're talking about collectibles never been opened. So you have like from Batman, DC World, Robin. This is very unique. A lot of people don't know, but Superboy as well. So if you see Superboy out there with crypto, a lot of people actually are looking for that collection. On top of the collection that we do carry is the Golden Age comic books. So one thing, Mike, you're looking at probably the #2 comic book out there. It's graded CGC, and this is actually a world's finest #2. And if you could tell, the main characters are what? Superman, Batman, and Robin. And this is really cool because you're looking at 1941, which is right around the wartime. So a lot of kids out there needed something to do, and out there they used to read a lot. We don't do that now anymore, do we?
No.
So, but you have some great collectibles here at our store location. So even from chalkware statues from Superman from 1938 to 1942, you're looking at Golden Age Batman, especially at that time. We were dealing with a sensitive subject. We were in war with Germany. If you see, we have Adolf Hitler over here. And the uniqueness of this is that now a lot of these books are very rare, and now they're kind of special because of sensitivity now. You know, we're talking about World War II, you're talking about Germany, you're talking about, actually, yeah, you're talking about World War I, World War II, going through it, and you're looking at comic books that actually had a present that shows the good guys versus the bad guys. So it was very political back then, you know, and it's political now as we talk.
I still buy it.
I'll buy it too all day long. If you got it, I want it. So that's what we're looking for. A lot of people actually grade their books now because of the idea of storing it and keeping it for a longer period of time. You're looking at comic books almost 60 to 80 years old. And you know, sometimes you get them raw, or sometimes you can put them in case. And when people usually do it in case, that means they want a higher value to their comic book. So technically, you'll get more for a graded comic book versus one that's ungraded, which means raw. So you got two different kind of comic books here. So I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the rawness of this book so you can still read it. Or capsite, you know, you put it away, time, you know, and you can just place it wherever you want to go. So at Way Back When, we deal with both kind of subjects. So we have CGC, we have raw comics, we also have statues, we have models. I mean, my store is unique. It's a collectible store. So it depends on what you guys are looking for, and you know what? We have it here. And the benefit is just that we're preserving history. Everything you see here is history. So just take a look at it and you can tell. I mean, you're looking at an 80-year-old comic book. So even behind me, if you look at it, we love from Godzilla, even though it's not related, but it gives you an idea that we're just an oddity store. And oddity sells because the reason why, it brings back your childhood, my childhood, seniors, anybody could come into the store and they could find something they like or want. So even, I mean, you got some great pieces here. Look at this. When was the last time you see one of these?
Never. It's the
right.
first one I've seen.
First one. So you're looking at a chalkware, like almost like carnival statues. And this is unique because this is actually Superman. And I love how the colors are. This is original colors back then. So Superman should have the blue cape. Actually, Superman had the red cape back then, and the blue on it. But this is unique. These are unique pieces here. Do you have any questions?
Which one do you prefer, regular or carded?
I am a reader, so I love the rawness of a comic book. Because see, I would love to read this book, but guess what? I can't open it unless I crack the case.
Yeah.
So if I crack the case, it'll be still in my collection, but at the same time, it's preserved already. You get it?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a preserved comic book, you know. But I love it. I love it. I love to still look at the beautiful yellows, the reds. I mean, you're looking at Batman number 18. I mean, Batman just had his birthday a couple of months back, and they're at 1,000, issue 1,000. You know. Yeah. So you're looking at a rare number 18. This book will be valued between, in this condition, still between $375 to $700.
Yeah, wow.
Wow. So imagine being graded. If it's graded, you double your money.
Yeah.
And you gotta look at it. You know, a lot of people down in South Florida look for these Golden Age comic books. So same thing, even from Action Comics. You're looking at Action Comics number 78, and they also have their 1,000 issue as well. Okay? So these are great books, great finds, and we hunt out there just like you guys. We go out there and we look for great collections, and we try to buy it and bring it to our store location here in Margate. So it gives you an idea, you see? So everything is here for you. Any other? You good?
You get that?
Yeah.
You got it?
Okay, today at the expansion of the DC Universe into Margate, we are here with Eddie, the tattoo realtor,
There you go.
and he is going to show us his DC tattoos.
All right. So I would say the predominant one is my Batman, which Batman is probably closer to like 10 years old. Or the tattoo is 10 years old. So that one was done because I am a super fan of Batman. He could be real, you know. Mm-hmm. And then other ones, obviously, Hellboy. And the reason why this one's also probably like 10, 12 years old, but I have a cat there because he likes cats. And that is one of my cats, like one of my Gur, actually. That's the represented Gur as well.
Oh, okay.
So that one. And then in terms of, so then I have Hellboy's arm, and this came from the first volume of Hellboy with from Dark Horse.
Yeah.
Right? Dark Horse produced it.
Yeah, Dark Horse is a Hellboy.
So that was from one of the inserts from the artist himself. And then in terms of other DC ones, I would say on the back of my legs, on my calves. So Harley Quinn, this is actually an artist's rendering or idea of what Harley Quinn would look like from DeviantArt. Are you familiar with the website?
Yeah.
So this is actually one of his renderings from DeviantArt. And of course her name, Harley Quinn, on the bottom. And that's at least 12 years old. And then this one, the last one, I have the Joker. I know it's probably pretty popular because of the movie and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But the Joker is the same age as this one and the same artist as well. So I think that's pretty much all my DC, other than Two-Face on the back of my arms. But
Let's see, Two-Face.
so Two-Face on the back of my arms, you'll have to kind of see it together. So you can kind of see it how it's together. So I think the good side's on this arm, and then the bad side is on this arm. So
Alright,
that one's
cool.
probably like 15 years old now, probably plus or minus. So yeah, so it's pretty old.
Alright, and that's where the DC Universe has come into the Margate world.
Awesome.
Okay, as we explore the DC Universe, it would be nowhere without comic stores. And here is Brian, our local comic store purveyor of the dark arts, as we might say.
How are we doing?
Okay, how long have you been doing comics or selling comics?
On and off since the early 80s.
Okay, how's the DC Universe doing in the store, just based on sales?
DC sells extremely well.
Yeah? More than Marvel?
They're pretty close to each other. I would say as a whole I sell more Marvel books because of the variant covers, but if you take the variants out of the equation, DC probably sells more books.
Okay, do you have a favorite DC character or?
The Spectre. Always
Spectre?
loved the Spectre.
Love the Spectre. Is he an angel?
It depends which version of him is. Sometimes he's been a persona of God. So he's the wrath of God in the DC universe. Sometimes he's tethered to a human. Sometimes he's not. But essentially, at his core, he's a force of nature for God, or DC universe's version of God.
Okay. Okay, Phil, so you started this comic store?
Yes, 1981.
How's it been doing since then?
It's been doing fantastic.
Do you like the city of Margate?
Yeah, Margate's great. Yeah.
Okay.
I have no complaints. I have a great location on Atlantic Boulevard here. Thousands of cars drive by every day, picking up new customers every day.
What do you feel sells more in the store, DC or Marvel?
I think dollar-wise Marvel, but as Brian mentioned, they do a lot more variant covers, so that sucks up a lot of the extra dollars.
Alright, what's your favorite DC character?
Batman.
Definitely?
Yes.
Don't you feel like he's overpowered?
No, not really. No, Batman just keeps on going, and I like Superman a lot. That's what I started with when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
But I have a fondness for Superman, but Batman is the cool character.
Okay. Well, that should be it.
All right, thanks.
Now that you've seen Margate and all the people and things that the DC universe has touched, here is my personal room where I keep most of my DC collection. As you can see, I'm a huge DC fan. I love the figures, I love the books.